Do you ever feel so puffy that you could actually be the marshmallow man? I used to be so puffy and inflamed. You could push on me and you would see it. So here's a few of my pictures where you can see that around my jawline, around my face is rounder. You can see it's puffy around my jawline. Here's one of like I'm showing my muscles and you can't even see the muscles because I'm so puffy. That's a real frustration because what it does is it's actually gonna bog you down and make you feel more exhausted. So the puffiness is legit. So, how do we deal with puffiness and why does it happen? First, we should start with the why. Okay, why? You're filled with some sort of toxin. For me, it was mold. For me, mold gets into you breathe it in, it gets into your body, it gets into your system, and it clogs everything up. Just the very existence of mold, and all it takes is just a little teeny tiny bit and it's enough to start clogging up your systems. It's hard for your body to sometimes recognize that it's actually bad. And so it just accumulates and we become puffy and dimply. So, how do we deal with it? First, we have to deal with the source. If it's mold that's causing us to become inflamed and puffy, then we have to get rid of the mold. So we have to either clean it up or we have to leave it. it if we want to experience freedom from the puffiness, the dimples, the inflammation, we have to get rid of the source, the root cause. Next, for me, I found it really helpful to use tools like it, that were beneficial for fascia and for moving the lymph. So I had tools like this that I used all over my body, and that brought great relief with moving that stagnation, getting it to free up and find relief. And then next, I found ways to bounce. Bouncing is amazing. See, our lymphatic system, if we're puffy, our lymphatic system is stuck and it doesn't have a pump. And so if we can bounce, it helps to move that stagnant lymph. So, those three easy tips, well, number one wasn't so easy, was it? But it takes more effort. But if we can deal with those tips and avoid the toxin exposure of and move the lymph, move the fascia, get get those toxins moving out of the body, and then if we could bounce, it's going to also move that lymph. By the way, our symptoms are actually telling us something. And if you experience more symptoms than just inflammation, which most people do because they seem to come in pairs and groups, I've created a quiz that helps you determine if potentially your body could be dealing with mold issues. Could you be exposed unknowingly? That doesn't make you dirty, that doesn't make you gross because you're dealing with mold, but could you be dealing with that? I've created this quiz. It's very thorough, but it only takes about 3 minutes to go through. Comment quiz, and I'll get that over to you. Get down to the root cause so that you can actually experience health. Because if you find your root cause, you can eliminate the cause, right? You can deal with the cause, and then your body can begin to heal. We were made by God to be able to heal. We were. And so, comment quiz, I'll get that right over. And if this was beneficial, please be sure to subscribe and so that you can grab all the other videos that I put out that are very similar that teach you about certain symptoms and how to deal with them. I would love to get this information. You don't have to take the 20 years that it took me and to find your health. Be blessed.